Encrypted here, 3v3, Argus Desert Gate, blue team, couple of Imperial Guard players. First up is the great Cornholio, plays an Inquisitor, offensive commander that starts off in melee combat. Awesome control abilities with a little bit of support too, can get some ranged weapons going also. Alongside, Phoenix is a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fights in melee combat, begins with a refractor field. This is the Steel Legion elite scheme. Yep. And rounding off the blue team here is Hindi as a Warlock, a melee commander that can leap into combat, has strong support, offense and disruption. And this is the Exodites elite scheme, recolored I think. Red team, couple of Space Marine players. First up is BestN00b as a Techmarine, starts off range combat, does some good damage, can also support with structures and repair, wade into melee also. Some Black Templars for BestN00b, I believe this is the elite scheme. Other Space Marine player is Fear as a Force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. A pretty cool colour scheme. I believe this is a Taurus something or other. Someone can let me know in the comments. And rounding off the red team is DarkHero as a Plague Champion, starts off range combat, damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can peel turrets and repair, but is very slow. And he's come over to this west side early on to help out BestN00b against this Warlock. He's splitting his forces, rest of his army in the mid and on the east side. And I guess these Space Marines have been pretty naughty if they're hanging around with a Plague Champion. Pushing through the mid early on is Phoenix, overwhelming what BestN00b had left in here. So he's going to decap the VP, and he's taking this stuff and he's noding that power. Good start in the middle here by Phoenix. Some Nurgle worship for the CSM behind some light cover here, but here comes the Lord Commissar, cover that doesn't help you against a sword to the jaw, and it actually dropped a model. And Heretics in, wow, lots of trouble here. Gonna lose him. Yep, loses him. But he can replace him quite easily for just 190 rec, not like he upgraded him at all. Not that it was good to lose him. Fed a bunch of XP to these Guardsmen and this Lord Commissar and the Sentinel here. Single cat for blue team right now. On the east side, Cornholio has pushed all the way through to the power and is in fact decapping. It's double tactical Marines for Fear. Forcing melee combat now, I guess. No, just getting really close and shooting. Now he is forcing melee combat. And Flamer up on this squad. Is he going double Flamers? He might go double Flamers against double Imperial Guard here. Still locking down the mid is Phoenix. Looks like he has been forced off right now though, with DarkHero consolidating his forces back to the middle. And it's not like it helped them hold this west side with the Plague Champion there. Look, the Warlock's pushed all the way through to this power. So really strong start for the blue team here. Spotters on the way for Phoenix. Great Cornholio going for a heavy weapons squad. Did he not get a second Guardsman squad out, or did he lose it? I think he lost it. Yeah, there were definitely two Guardsman squads over here. Sentinel for both of the Imperial Guard players, and a multi-laser turret over there also. Put down, I imagine, by the great Cornholio. Here comes that Inquisitor straight away with the Holy Brazier. Such a powerful weapon. 50 DPS power melee with the fantastic Holy Pyre ability. Warlock dipping into the mid and trying to help out a little bit. BestN00b slow to advance on the west side. I'm not sure why he's being so slow to advance. It's not like there's a shuriken here. He has Devastators. He has what he needs to deal with the Warlock and those Banshees. He should be a little bit more aggressive over there, I think. Meanwhile, east side, Space Marines are pushing through to the power with flame attack. But here comes Cornholio to defend. Kicking off in the mid though. With an Ultra Heretics doing their thing. There is a smoke shell from the spotters. Can they take out the Lord Commissar? Yes, they can. Doom Blast doing its job. Nice stomp though, sending the Heretics flying into that wall and destroying it. Howling Banshees in amongst stuff, knowing that he's dealing with a Devastator squad on that west side, and BestN00b really slow to respond. Kind of left DarkHero in the lurch there, I think. And he's pushing through to decap. What's going on east side? Flame attacks, not able to touch the power, I guess. Cornholio defending. And here comes a heavy weapon squad to get behind some cover. There we go. Heavy cover that is, and stem the tide of Space Marines here. We do have Devastators though for fear. Maybe we'll see the Inquisitor get her Interrogator armor so she can infiltrate herself and get close to those Devastators. Cornholio goes tier 2 though right now, about the same time as his teammate Hindi. Leveling up. What was that leveling up? It was the Warlock hitting level 2. And Howling Banshees with their aspects of strength getting really, really close to those Havocs. But they are able to get out of there. Warlock doesn't want to hang around here that much longer and does back off. Sentinel also going straight through walls to get away. Raptors on the field now for DarkHero. So pretty heavy and strong tier 1 from him. But he's got to translate that into results. He's got to get close to this VP, keep the blue team pegged back a little bit because they are really hitting the mid quickly when they can. East side, meanwhile, Holy Pyre goes off on those Devastators, doing damage over time and debuffing the damage they do. Really is a strong ability, lost for a freaking long time too. It's bugged here, we can't see the graphic for it. 490 to 349. Sentinel down to 187 hit points, now getting some repairs. But these guards are pretty low too. Sentinel needs to back off, I think. He's keeping it in play right where it is. And now backs off. 490 to 349 as players start to think about tier 2 units. Well, the blue team players do in a way. Red team haven't even gone to tier 2 yet. But they can use this kind of early tier 2 lull that sometimes happens when players are saving up for the tier 2 unit that they want to try and push through. We do have the Chainsword and Storm Shield up for the Force Commander. Can be a really strong piece of war gear, especially in team games where you can affect multiple players with it, multiple entire armies with it in fact. But still pretty damn useful against if it's just buffing your army too. As you can see, able to just walk straight into this heavy weapon squad with the defend ability active. 490 to 326. Cornholio backing away. Here's the Sentinel of Phoenix to help out. But I think we're going to see at least some kind of power bash going on. The Inquisitor's there, and in fact he's quite afraid of the Inquisitor because he's backing off immediately. They see that Holy Pyre. And Lord Commissar's here. Force Commander trying to tie things up in the back lines, but is persuaded to leave. That means no defend ability going off until he's back into the field. But DarkHero taking this opportunity to push mid. Can decap the VP and then send this stuff to the east side, I guess. 485, 319. Mid is red for the most part. Techmarine leveling to 2. He's really stuck to that west side, hasn't he, BestN00b? Wraithlord on the field for Hindi, getting attacks in with that massive Ghost Glaive, I think that weapon is called these days. 462. 319. Spotters will cap. Assuming they've dropped their shell already. And a nice, pretty simple push through a 2v1 there for the East blue team. Still capping this VP. Wraithlord against BestN00b. So Techmarine has a lot of options in terms of anti-vehicle. Could get a melter gun and orbs of the Omnisire on the Techmarine alone. Has tactical marines. Oh, has a las cannon up already. Could get missile launcher. He's getting a dreadnought. Here's what he's getting. These guys still trying to cap. Warlock was able to disrupt them somehow. Blue team locking down this east side, completely bashing it. And I mean, should BestN00b have gone over there? I don't think so. Would have just had a 2v1 fight himself, but he's going to be annoyed not able to cap that VP sooner. And now I think BestN00b needs to quickly swing left, get the 2v1 going on the other side. Banshees with their Exarch. Does it have anything to help? Yes, he does have an autocannon to help against the Wraithlord. Oh, here comes a Chimera though. Couldn't quite get over there quickly enough, and now it's a 2v1 against DarkHero. Blue team really outmaneuvering the red team right now. Phoenix has done really well with his positioning and being where he needs to be, exactly where he needs to be there. Raptor jumping out. Raptors, I should say. They do have their aspiring champion, which is going to be dangerous for those chimeras, or chimera, I should say. The Cornholio with some ogrins. Thunderhammer Force Commander. Good counter for melee in general. But you do need to back it up with stuff. If you want to kill. Decapping mid is that Lord Commissar. There's a smoke shot. Some Nurgle worship. Red team are all packed together. But it's a 2v2 fight, I think. Is Cornholio here too? No, Cornholio's here also. So it's going to be a 3v3 fight right in the middle here. Double cap for blue team. They're going to get a triple, I think. There are some Plague Marines. They really need their anti-vehicle on point to take these Sentinels down and also take down that Chimera quickly. But that is going to, because that's going to give them such an advantage in the field to be able to reinforce off that thing. Plasma Cannon getting shots in. Blue team backing away, but they did take that VP. They got a triple right now. And they're happy to just back up to the Chimera and say, come at me, bro, to the red team. Stone Guard veterans on the field for fear. What did that Dreadnought get going? Just in melee for now. Down goes the Warlock. And this is a Bright Lance Wraithlord, so he's going to want to try and tie that thing up if he can. They do have a minimum range, and there's the tie-up. He's getting global repair, I believe, from the Techmarine also. No sign of Melter Gun or Orb. Still kicking off in the middle, I think. Yes, it is big time. Leveling up is the Force Commander. Looks like he just tore through some guardsmen down here, maybe. Autocannon's going to be pretty scary as well. It was toned down slightly in 2.5, but still very much a scary weapon. Trying to finish off the Sentinel. No, doesn't get another shot off with the Plague Marines there. Tier 3 for Phoenix and Hindi. Look at that autocannon doing its thing. Bunched up guardsmen. Is forced to retreat though. This missile launcher Sentinel is doing well. 409 to 208. What is this? Flame attacks. Marines completely wiping out blue team's power. That could be a big deal as blue teams start to go into tier 3 and when you really want your power. Dreadnought is going ballistic over here. Level 2 and wipes out the Banshees. Done really well. We might see the end of it here because that's a missile launcher Sentinel and that's a Wraithlord. But it achieved a lot, I think. Down it goes, unfortunately. Is it a sink kill? It is a sink kill, awesome. Just nonchalantly pushes it back at the end after plunging its sword in there. Raptors looking for something to jump on. The rear armor of the Chimera would be pretty good, I think. Red team need to push a bit more here. Obviously they can't see what we can see. There's a Nurgle Shrine being worshipped, which means all of this stuff can now reinforce off it. And also you get that heal going off quicker and the suppression going off quicker, I think. Or more often, I should say, for when enemies get close. Tier 3 for BestN00b. Force Commander trying to stop these Ogrins bashing power. And now they're going to go against him. There's the battle cry though. The Thunderhammer does have a passive. I believe it's a 15% chance to knock things down. You just saw it there as the Ogrins surrounded him. But he needs to run away. Stone Guard veterans with Hellfire rounds loaded in. Damage over time versus light infantry and commanders. Ouch. Good plasma cannon shot. Only killed a single stormtrooper model, really? Seemed to be a perfect shot there. Oh, they lost a couple more on retreat. And Inquisitor will also be forced off by those Hellfire rounds. Kicking off in the middle though. Red team are inching forward. And it's nicely poised for a big engagement here in a few minutes. BestN00b though taking the opportunity to try and cap up this west side. Maybe push against the power. Wiping out his Banshees was a big plus of him on that west side. He might be able to dominate it now against Hindi. There is a Wraithlord there, but it's not going to want to get close to the las cannon. Warp throw would really help out for Hindi here. In fact, he has it already. 373 to 181. Wraithlord moving forward. As soon as he spots the las cannon, he can try and throw it around. Oh, las cannon is actually in the middle, so that Wraithlord is going to have kind of free reign over there. But is that the place to be for Hindi right now? Should he be mid defending? It's a tough call. Another Nurgle train goes up. Autocannon setting up here. Autocannon versus autocannon. The Chaos Swarm does do more damage, but these guys have their refractor field up. Oh, he retreats it out, even with Nurgle worship support from a shrine. He retreats it out. Hail Fury Strike, that's a global ability of the Inquisitor, and combined with the Basilisk Flare, sets up a really good push for the blue team. Wow. Decisive. Really decisive. Heretics are staying in as long as they can, but I think they're going to be able to push through quite easily and try and decap. The east side is very red though. Those tactical marines locked down by a sail, I guess. Yep, excruciators are up. They actually have their dragon fire rounds loaded in for some reason. These are anti-garrison and anti-cover rounds. Not something you want to use against Ogrins who are trying to break your neck. 327-181. Needs to load in his vengeance rounds against the super heavy infantry of the Ogrins. 2-1. And blue team are not giving up this push. It wasn't just to back off the red team and then go east. They're going all in on the mid. But red team have that east side, so if they can hang on to this VP here, they're going to carry on with the 2-1. Down goes a sentinel. That's really risky to try and decap with it. Guys are kind of doing work, as it often does in a team game. And they've pushed all the way through on this east side. Has that Space Marine player. Down goes BestN00b. Nicely done. The Lord Commissar hits level 5. He's got Carapace armor and stubbornness. Warlock have anything else? No. Level 3 with the warp throw. Techmarine level 4 and down. Played champion with Armor of Pestilence and Blight Grenades. The Force Commander down level 2. Chimera still around. Seer Council on the way for Hindi. And tier 3 for the Great Cornholio. Phoenix has a lot of red. And he seems to be saving for a Baneblade. East side is now completely red. Stone Guard veterans using their 50% faster capping rate to take that wreck point. Terminators on the field now for Fear. I mean, everyone has a pretty strong army here. Cornholio asking his teammates if they're going to try and retake top or just hold the mid. Here's a Chimera from Phoenix on the east side, which maybe answers this question. Can Cornholio support though with something? Where is Ogrins? Looks like they're going mid. So a little bit of a disconnect there. Spotters throw in their smoke. And is still kicking off big time on the mid. That is a Hellfury. I thought that was a nuke coming in when I saw the shadow there. But it's not. Wraithlord now with the Wraithbone in tier 3, which makes it incredibly tough. Heal it up between engagements, even during an engagement. Leveling up now the Chimera. Phoenix has used it really well. Piling in to get a little power bash there. And then backing off again. Ogrins, have these guys leveled up? No, not quite. Heavy melee squad. The Bonehead leader does more damage than the others, I'm pretty sure. And gives them that use your red. Tactical Marines don't like that. They actually do pretty decent piercing damage with their Ripper guns also. Now they've run into some Devastators and that was really bad for Fear. Obviously ordered them to go there way earlier. Looks pretty even in the mid. Both trying to hold their ground centrally. Red team pushed up a little bit more here. 286 to 152. We need more tanks, says DarkHero. Everyone always needs more tanks. Land Raider Redeemer on the field of BestN00b. That could be a massive deal for the red team in the mid. Assuming he's going to park it there and not on the east side. So a council mark target on them, and that is an Eldritch Storm. Pretty strangely placed. Does not finish off that last cannon Devastator squad. That is wasted, and he might kick himself once he sees the Land Raider Redeemer on the field. Eldritch is one of the best weapons you can hope for against a Land Raider. 286, 130, 2-1 cap for the blue team. Red team are amassing in the middle. Now blue team happy to meet them. There's Excruciators assail on those scouts. And let's just watch this unfold here. Ogren's moving in from the flank. What are they going to go after though? Nothing. It looks like he's backing them off here. Doesn't want to get close to all that stuff. Land Raider leading the line, but here comes a Bane Blade from Phoenix. He's going to go straight after the Land Raider, I think. Land Raider needs a little bit of support here. Good push though for Red Team on the whole. Plasma cannons set up to do their thing. That one's going to fire at the Lord Commissar and hits him dead on. Uh-oh. Was that Orbs of the Omnissiah? What stunned this thing? Yeah, it must have been. He must have thrown it before he went down. And now Raptor's going after it with a Power Fist. Here's a Lehman Russ though from Cornholio and an Orbital. Is it going to be a good one though? No, I think is the answer. Completely missed everything with the Orbital. It has forced the Red Team to back off a little bit though. Orbital will often force your enemy to reposition himself. If nothing else, down goes the Land Raider Redeemer. Got way too close there with no support. Crazy move from BestN00b even. Nice glitch, he says. Not sure what he's referring to there. 272 to 90. Chaos Predator on the way for DarkHero. Players of lost units now trying to re-establish themselves with some tier 3 stuff. Just get a Mark of Corn, or maybe a Mark of Zinch if you're going to try and shoot down this Bane Blade. They do have an auto cannon. Do they still have a las cannon? No, they don't. So that Bane Blade might be a pain in the arse. There are 4 guardsmen around to repair it.
Roger, sir.
And that might be a repair bunker also. Don't think it is right now. No, it's not. That Lehman Russ would be being repaired if it was. And of course, Dire Avengers that can chip in. Double Dire Avengers can chip in with repairs also. They have a hell of a lot of repairs. Yeah, DarkHero lamenting the loss of that Land Raider. BestN00b still saying it was glitched. Not sure what he means. Maybe it wasn't responding. Not heard of that glitch with the Land Raider. You sometimes see that with melee walkers and Carnifexes, that they will just go and not respond to your commands. That's a really annoying bug. Pretty rare though. 226 to 90. 2-1 for red. And our blue team going to start thinking about sending 2 players here to sweep up this east side. Fear is still looking pretty strong though. Terminators, a bunch of devs, Stone Guard veterans, and of course the Force Commander himself, who's actually in the middle. Ogrins are suppressed. That's a nice grenade too. Wow, nicely hit. But blue team sweeping the mid. Wraithlord has done really freaking well for Hindi. This guy's level 4. What is that? Warp throw? Yep. Warp throw into an assail. Poor heretics. They're now actually worshipping inside of the assail. 197 to 90. Inquisitor can of course be very effective against Terminators, but they're on the east side right now. This stuff is all breaking. Cyclone missile launcher into the mid. Blue team are looking pretty good now though. That Land Raider loss was huge. More Plague Marines, and why not? Can they take out this Wraithlord here? Double Plague Marines and a tank. Tank needs repairs. Oh, there's the Wraithbone self-heal thing. Wow, that's a mental amount of self-heal alongside the Dire Avengers repairing, but down goes the Wraithlord. Bunch of Space Marines now. Fear obviously wanting to support mid, but he also wants to keep this VP locked down. So how he splits his forces is going to be vital here. Looks like he's keeping setup teams on this east side alongside scouts with a grenade and everything else mid. But look at this from blue team to try and get past a Fire Prism, a Bane Blade, a Lehman Russ, Ogren's Manticore that can come in and fire. 2-1, and I think the blue team have this. It would need some Awesome nuke usage from DarkHero, I think, to get back into this. They're giving it a good go. There's the Force Commander with his hammer, and there is the Nurgly Imperial Abyss from DarkHero. Wipes out all of that infantry. Now the Baneblade has far less repair support, and he's sitting in it for a little while there. Wow, did not expect the nuke to do so well. Can they finish off the Baneblade? I don't think they can. They can't get close enough to it. And it is being repaired by some of Cornholio's guards on, I believe. Down goes that Chaos Predator. Then there's the Fire Prism getting a last shot there, I believe. 191 to 45. Blue team retaking the red team's natural. Just forgetting the east side for now. All they need is VPs. Another Land Raider Redeemer for BestN00b, but I think that's too little too late. He's down to simply a Devastator squad. And yeah, blue team have taken this, I think. But they're fighting to the end, red team. No way through this. No way through this. That nuke was a good nuke, but they just couldn't follow it up with what they needed to. And that Fire Prism is going to be disrupting things off the cap here. Wow, almost just died outright. Those, in fact, they do die outright. Those tactical marines. They still need to cap this though, blue team. Plague Marines torn apart by range fire. That's a Noxious Cloud. Just desperation here from the blue team. Another orbital. That was from Fear, I think. Doing better than the first one that was dropped. I'm not sure who dropped the first one. Gonna take out the heavy weapon squad. No, it lives. Wow, with 4 hit points. Failure of a nuke. Capping our Stern Guard. It's a 2-to-1 for red team. Should really stop trying to predict things, but look how strong the blue team's rosters are compared to the reds. They of course don't know that. It's not always easy to keep track of just how much stuff your enemies have, especially in the team game. So DarkHero thought the game was over when he was sending his Plague Marines in to die. Double plasma cannons for BestN00b. Double fire prisons for Hindi. Because he's going top. Do these guys have Vengeance rounds? No, they don't. Plasma cannon gets a shot in. Fire prism shooting from such long range. Blue team switching their attention to the east side now, and they've got a hell of a lot of stuff to retake it with. Fear cannot hold against 2. That's a warp throw. Oh, and he did it before they retreated, so it did go off and actually affect them. Havoc's getting a little bit too close, I think. A sail on them. Mark target on the Seer Council. That's Signum armor. 158 to 28. Oh, Light Grenade's doing something. Is that the first time he's thrown them? First time I've seen the effect. 2-to-1 now for the blue team. Oh, none shall fall is up, so those guards are actually going to get away. Yeah, this looks like the end of the game right here. Valiant effort from the red team, but they just lost too much stuff in those big middle engagements. BestN00b pushing through that Land Raider Redeemer, got way too close with it. Not sure what glitch he was referring to, but I don't think the glitch made you drive your Land Raider Redeemer all the way up to the VP. I mean, it was here when it went down. GG. And a 2-to-1 is going to see a victory for the blue team. Oh, an Eldritch Storm right at the end. Eldritch Storm on his own units. Great Cornholio's Inquisitor level 4. We had a level 9 Lord Commissar. Level 7 Warlock. We had the Witchblade of Kurnus up. That was recently buffed in 2.5. Providence. Level 5 Techmarine. Level 8 Plague Champion. He did well. And a level 5 Force Commander. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.